what we want to do is to find out how far Gareth travels. So distance equals speed times time. Now we know the speed is 6 kilometers per hour, but we have a problem with the time. So the speed is in hours, but the time is in minutes. So time, 20 minutes. To convert from minutes into a decimal part of an hour, we divide by 60, and that gives us 1/3 of an hour. If you're going to write that as a decimal, make sure you include a few decimal places to make it more accurate. 6 times a third, what's a third of 6? A third of 6 is 2 kilometres. Question 2 is in an equation. First thing to do is to multiply out the brackets. So 7 times 2x gives us 14x, and 7 times 1 is 7. Now we need to gather together like terms, and here are two of them here, 2x terms. 14x take away 4x is 10x. We want to get rid of the 7, so 10x then is greater than or equal to 42 take away 7 is 35, and the last thing that we'll do is divide by 10, so x is greater than or equal to 35 over 10, x is greater than or equal to 3.5. Notice that the inequation sign does not change throughout the problem. So we have a ratio question here, share £98 in the ratio of 5:2. What we're going to do is to add the parts of the ratio, so 5 plus 2 equals 7 shares. Then we set those 7 shares equal to £98. We find the value of 1 share, that's £98 over 7. How many times does 7 divide into 98? 7 goes into 9 once, with 2 left over. 7 goes into 28 4 times. So 1 share is equal to £14. Now we've got to work out what value 5 shares. 5 shares is 5 times 14. 5 tens are 50, 5 ones are 20, so that gives us 70. And then 2 shares, that's 2 times 14, which is £28. And I suppose we could then write at the very end, so the ratio would be £70 to £28. So here we have a circle question. I hope you can see that this is 1/4 of a circle. Why is it 1/4 of a circle? Because that angle there is 90 degrees. A circle has at its centre an angle of 360 degrees, and 90 degrees is 1/4 of that. So we know that the radius is 38 metres. The perimeter, what we're going to have to work out first of all is the length of this curved section. So circumference is 2 pi r. So it's 2 pi times 38. Calculators gives us 238.76 divided by 4. 69 metres. So that's the length of the curved part of the shape. The perimeter then is found. The perimeter is found by adding 3 lengths together. So we've got this length here and this length here, which are the same, those are both radii, and then we have this length here. So 2 lots of 38 plus 59 point, let me just round that up to 7, 59.7 gives us 135.7 meters. Part B, we want to work out the area of the plot. Well, the area of a circle is pi r squared. Pi times 38 squared gives us 4536.46 meters squared. Remember, this is 1/4 of a circle, so we'll divide by 4 at this point. Gives us an area then of 1134.1 meters squared. Percentages. Now this comes under the heading of working backwards. So the temperature rises by 35%. The original temperature was 100%, and it rises by 35%. So we've got 135%. So 135% equals 324. So what we need to do is to work out 1%. And we can do that by dividing by 135. So 324 divided by 135 gives us 2.4. And then we'll multiply by 100 to give us 100%. And that's 2.4 times 100 is 240. So before the 35% increase, the temperature was 240 degrees C. It's a question on trigonometry. So if we write down SOHCAHTOA, and let's identify the sides. Now this is the opposite side, and this side here is the adjacent. So it must be tan then. Tan of x degrees equals O over A. Tan of 40 degrees equals 10 over B. Now, do you remember what to do here? These quantities change place. So B then equals 10 over the tan of 40 degrees. And calculators gives us the answer 11.9. Now, so we have 5 men. Originally, it takes them 12 days. If we reduce the number of men on the job, it will take longer to get the job done. So as we reduce one quantity, we're increasing the other quantity. This is an example of indirect proportion or inverse proportion. So the number of men and the number of days, and we start off with 5 men and 12 days. I'm going to leave a space between the 5 and the 3. Why don't I reduce the number of men from 5 to 1? How would I do that? I would divide by 5. Now, if this is an example of indirect proportion, what we do to one side, we do the opposite of to the other side here. So divide by 5 times by 5, 12 times 5 is 60. If one man was doing the job, it would take 60 days. If we increase the number of men by multiplying by 3, we must divide the time taken by 3. 60 divided by 3 is 20. So it would take 20 days.